Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Aldershot Garrison for the final day of Inter-Services Netball. We are here for the final open tournament, and that is between the British Army and the Royal Air Force. And tell you what, this game last year was an absolute corker, and at one point the Royal Air Force were 8 goals ahead, but the Army from somewhere, from the depths, managed to bring it back and were again champions. A reminder, of course, the Army are open defending champions. They are also now champions in this year in the development, the Masters, and there was an exhibition match last night between the Army and the RAF men, which the Army won. We'll bring you more details on that later. But of course now the military pageantry as the players are introduced. I'm Kath Brazier and we'll be joining our co-coms later. But I'm going to leave you now for the introduction of the teams.
March on the Royal Air Force. And reserve, Karen Last. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem. Ask the team captains to step forward for the toss.
And it's tails. So the first centre, which way are you shooting? Shooting that way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you.
So as the teams march off here in Aldershot, I'm going to introduce my brilliant co-commentators for today, and we've had a clean sweep of commentators. We've had Army, we've had RAF, and now we've got the best. We've got the Navy girls with me. You will have seen them play. You will have heard Hetty Tinsdale last year commentating both on UCAF netball and on the Inter-Services last year, and I'm delighted that Hetty is back with us. But also this year we've got newbie Abby Bate, so please, kid gloves with Abby. She's a little bit nervous, but I bet by the end of, in an hour and a half, Abby, this will be one of the best things you've ever done, I promise you. So much fun. Why don't you guys just introduce yourself first? Hetty, remind us who you are. A lot of people will have obviously seen you guys play, but now you're on behind the mic. You know, tell us what you do and what you do in the Navy.
So I'm Hetty Tinsdale. I play for the Navy Open squad. I also have done UCAF for the last 2 seasons as well. Goalkeeper, goal defence. I'm a defence.
She's a defence. Abby Bates.
Hello, I'm Abby. I have played for the Navy for 12 years now and also played UCAF in the past and just returning from maternity leave.
Yes, and it's brilliant. We've seen here on International Women's Day, we see a lot of mums out there on the court. So you've joined that select group who come back playing. What's it like playing after a baby?
Well, for the first couple of weeks, you feel like you're carrying the baby with you. But now it's great. It's lovely to see all the mums out on court and seeing the services support the mums coming back to play sport as well. Yeah, it's brilliant. And Hetty, I know you enjoyed your stint so much that I've had to bribe you back here for commentary. But you've enjoyed your time at Inter-Services this year. I know 2 losses is hard to bear, but you feel like you put yourself out there.
Yeah, it's been a weird one this year. It's been really, really fun, and I've really loved spending all the time with the girls. We didn't get the result we wanted, but I think especially yesterday's game, like I was saying, me and Sally Grice, who I defend with, we were like, I think that's the best we've ever played together.
Yeah.
And you can't ask for anything more than literally having your best game.
Well, we've been very well entertained over the last 2 days, and I'm sure that's going to continue today. Let's look ahead to this match. And first of all, let's hear from Julie Tucker, who is the RAF coach, and then Catherine Chadwick and Sally Fisher from the Army, and they are talking about the match today.
They're very relaxed. They're confident. There's a few nerves, but in a positive way. And they're just wanting to bring it onto the court. They've worked hard all season, and if they can deliver the consistency they did in game 1, I think we're going to be cooking on gas. I'm really, really, really proud of them.
What does it take, though, to beat the Army, especially at the moment? You know, reigning champions at home. Do you think you've got that X factor?
I think looking at last year's footage, the RAF were 8 goals up at one point, and what was, I would say, the difference to what we're going to bring this year is there was a lot of predictability in the RAF game, and the same thing kept happening and happening. The Army are very good at punishing you when you make a mistake, so we have really worked on pressure tanking and what happens when we make an error, what do we have to do, but also trying to keep our errors to a minimum. So we've done a lot of work on our stats this season, on our style of play, and hopefully that'll be the difference. And obviously it's going to be physical, we know that, but we're hoping to bring our style of physical as well.
Great, good luck, and thanks for speaking to us.
Very much, thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The inter-services are always a high level of stress for all 3 services, and the RAF absolutely brought their game last year and yesterday, so we know it's going to be a tough match. We're excited for it, and we're just excited for a good match, makes for good watching, and hopefully just increase the general participation of netball across the services as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've had a really good crowd here, and hopefully loads of people watching online as well. Like I said, reigning champions and all the rest of it, but you were really run hard by the RAF last year, but then a little bit of Army magic towards the end. Is it a similar sort of game plan for this year?
I mean, I hope we're going to come firing out of the blocks straight away and take that lead early on, but I know they're going to bring it, so we will just keep pushing and pushing for the whole 60 minutes and see where we end up at the end of it.
Okay, girls, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And you are joining us here back at Aldershot Garrison Sports Centre, where we've been encamped for the last few days for the Inter-Services Netball, and this is the final day. All the matches are done apart from this final one between the RAF Open team and the Army Open team. We're waiting now for the teams to be introduced, but just a reminder that Hetty Tinsdale and Abby Bates from the Royal Navy are with me on commentary for this afternoon. I don't want to put you on the spot. Can you call this match ahead of time?
I can't call it ahead of time. I think the Army have got a strong team, but the RAF's development over the last couple of years has just been amazing. I think it'll come down to being on the day.
And what about you, Hetty?
I'm the same. I think it's going to be a really, really tough game for both sides. The Army look really good on paper, but you can't say anything if they're just going to build on last year's performance, and they're going to go out with some fight.
And I talk about last year quite a lot because it was such a good, and Hetty, you were with me on commentary. The RAF lost 36-44 and they were up 8 goals at one point. Just shows the strength and depth that the Army have.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important that the RAF go out with a strong start.
So the most exciting, most Super League part of the day as the teams are introduced. We will, as this happens, we will go through the starting lineups, and then I'm going to speak to Abby and Hetty about which players they would pick out. Starting with the Army starting 7, we have at goalkeeper Catherine Chadwick as vice-captain. At goal defence, Dee Bolokoro, though that of Fijian fame, her and Ellie Nweli, of course. At wing defence from Surrey Storm, we have Amy Howe. At centre, we have Sally Fisher. At wing attack, Rachel Rogers starts today. At goal attack, Millie Price. And at goal shooter, the Army captain, Ellie Nweli. The impact players for the Army are Maria Matau, Chloe Merrion, Hannah Gapper and Gemma Pearson-Silcox, as that brilliant red and black come out. Any sort of names in that lineup, in that Army starting lineup that you guys, want to have your word about?
I think you've got to give them credit for their strong defensive unit that they've got on there, including Sally Fisher in centre at that. She was dominant in bringing that ball through court yesterday, and her defence on the circle edge was outstanding. Big shout out to wing attack Rachel Rogers, making her debut back from having baby Jessie.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was strong as well on her drives down court.
Brilliant. Well, as the RAF now are going to be introduced, we'll go through their starting 7. At goalkeeper, we have Emmy Jakeman. At goal defence, we have Steph Baker. Wing defence is Nat Daly. At centre, Lauren Biggs. At wing attack, Nat Karkoska. At goal attack, Francesca Kennard-Kettle. And at goal shooter, Faye Bateson. The impact players for the RAF, Emily Fitzpatrick, Rebecca Cameron, Maisie Osborne and Elle Bird. Now, Hetty, any names in that lineup that you want to sort of flag up?
I think with the RAF team, they've got a really strong centre court. So between Lauren Biggs, Nat Costa, they're going to have some good feeds, feeding into their consistent shooting with Faye and Francesca.
Now, you and Faye had a brilliant battle in your match. We all thought you were at odds with each other, but apparently she was telling you dad jokes. So
yeah,
it's amazing what you see on court. Probably isn't true.
100%. It's always a hustle, but it's fun.
And Abby, it's brilliant. I mean, so many people said on commentary how brilliant it is to see you back playing, and that you haven't lost any of the skills through coming a mum. And I think the word was very quick on your feet and always there for the sort of backup pass. So that's always nice to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. Very complimentary of the girls.
So we are in the final seconds before the start of this match, and we have, as a reminder, the British Army up against, reigning champions, the British Army, up against the light blue of the Royal Air Force. And it will be first centre pass to the Army, to the hosts. And a reminder of the score last year in this match, the Army 44, the RAF 36. And in netball, that is close. It is... sometimes we see some massive scores coming out. But we are about to get underway. So, sorry, a few technical issues going on there, but we are still with you here at Aldershot Garrison Sports Centre. Then well, that was a missed opportunity there by the Army. It was their first centre pass, but the RAF have won the turnover. Amy Howell trying to get it back, but it's RAF ball. And, well, it's always a fast start in netball, but I think the Army want to make an improvement on the start they made last year.
Great ball there across the circle.
Oh, held.
Ooh. Great tip by Catherine Chadwick there, but ball goes to the RAF, and it's Faye Bateson, and they'll really need their circle here. Lovely feed in, and Bateson goes to the first goal of this match, and unfortunately misses, and it's out. So they both had opportunities, and maybe at this stage of the game, is it nerves, you know, that sort of settling into the game?
Yeah, I think at this stage it's probably the nerves, high pressure, the big final, and they're all probably just trying to settle themselves. The first goal is really that key one to set themselves up for the rest of the game.
And the Army, as it falls into Noelle's hands,
it's
stolen by the RAF. So Kennard Kettle using Steph Baker, who's been so useful in that mid-court for the RAF.
Great work by Nat there as a wing attack. She is driving and recycling the ball really well.
Yeah, she's working really well with Lauren Biggs on that circle. It's so crucial, isn't it, to get it into the goal?
Absolutely, and the connection to get in there is paramount to get the goals.
So RAF ball on the shooting circle, and they will do their best to feed it into Faye Bateson, but Catherine Chadwick knows what Bateson's all about, doesn't she? So she'll use the Hetty roll. We're going to call it the Hetty roll.
You can see them doubling on as well, really putting the pressure on that space, so the feeders aren't actually finding an easy ball into play at the moment.
Yeah. So Bateson gets another opportunity, and it's first blood to the RAF, and it'll be their centre pass. So a very, very tiny, minuscule advantage to the light blues, and this is kind of how they started last year. So Kennard Kettle with an opportunity as well.
It'll settle her nerves, this one, getting this in. Oh, and Faye gets the rebound there.
And Bateson puts the RAF 2 goals up, but it is so early days, and the Army so quick back to that centre pass to try and take advantage, try and catch the RAF on the hoof, don't they? A little bit.
Definitely. They use quick balls, and
that was
a contact from Karkowska there.
The RAF are putting a lot of pressure on the Army in this. They're not finding it easy to work it into the D.
Quick hand by Noelle, but picked up really well by Steph Baker there.
Oh, they're reading it so well, the RAF, at the minute. It's difficult in that shooting circle with the likes of Noelle, who plays some Fijian flair, as we've been calling it. So it's hard to read her, but in that occasion, the RAF came up trumps. So back in RAF shooting circle. Oh, great.
Great tip.
Yeah, she is dynamite.
That's what's great about Dee's arms.
Yes.
You literally you think there's space and there's just not, because she'll get it.
She's another go-go gadget arms.
Yeah, she is.
So the RAF certainly putting in a strong start here up against the Army. Brilliant from Amy Howe.
Again, the Army putting on a great amount of defensive pressure here to the RAF.
The 3-foot mark's so crucial, especially when they're shooter and they give them such long balls. It makes it harder for them to get it in too fair, which was a gorgeous ball by Nat there.
And she's being marked well from the back by Catherine Chadwick. I mean, Faye got that one in, but she is definitely being double marked, isn't she?
Yeah, Chadders is absolute hustler in the back there.
And I find as well in the first few minutes of the game with defenders, they're always trying to find their feet and figure out how the play is working. So those first few minutes, it might seem like it's easy, but eventually the hustle carries on and those tips will come.
So the RAF then 3 goals to the good here. The Army have had 1 attempt so far.
Great tip there by Bolacaro.
And Millie Price is stuck down this end. Steph Baker's going to do her best to keep her out, but the Army back with the ball. And they will be hoping for a successful end to this play. Alina Wally, and it's in for the Army, so 3-1, and that'll settle some nerves, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. And now back to the Army's centre pass to see if they can get another one on the bounce. Oh, turnover ball.
Yeah, I mean, scrappy's the wrong word to use for either of these teams, but sometimes silly little mistakes like that and turnover ball and
lovely space there by Nat.
Yeah.
Gorgeous speed, good connection there into Faye.
And Bateson in again. 4-1 to the RAF. Lauren Biggs then with a light blue centre. How hard is it to maintain this intensity for 60 minutes? I know, we have subs coming in and what have you, but it's pretty hard when you go full out like this.
Absolutely, it is, and you get them moments, luckily, when you're either end of the court, but I feel for the centres who are back and forth all the time.
Another score for the Army, so it's 4-2.
Great drive there by Sally into that pocket.
She's so strong for that centre court Army. She's so key. The way she can just look at the space and know where she needs to go, and she has such a great connection with Ellie Noelli.
Yeah.
Turnover again for the RAF though.
And that'll be years of playing with her, won't it? You just get to learn where her flair moments are going to come from.
100%.
Frustrating to play against because you know what they're going to do, but you can't stop it.
There's the truth for you people, that's the truth. The RAF then with the advantage and with the ball. Kolkoska into Bateson. Chadwick does a brilliant job there.
Lovely defence there by Catherine Chadwick.
Lauren Biggs looking for the long ball.
Her connection with Dee in that circle is second to none at the moment. They just know when to switch, when to stick.
Is that them talking, or is that just them knowing what the plan is every time?
No, you can see that Catherine Chadwick's talking to Dee and telling her stay, switch, hands over. So she's given direction from the back there, and obviously with Dee's quality, she obviously gives direction as well to our defensive players.
The RAF really struggling to get this ball in. It's a bit of a hope, but Bateson takes it very smooth.
There's a lovely calm take from Faye.
Very calm, yeah, because that was a lot of pressure. Kennard Kettle then to Daly, to Karkoska.
I think this is what makes
Biggs. Sorry, Hetty. Yeah.
Oh no, I was going to say this is what makes the RAF
easy.
attack so dangerous is their speed of play and their accuracy. They just drive into the space so quickly that you always feel like you're a little bit behind sometimes.
The girls earlier in the week were talking about 1, 2, 3 balls. So the 1 ball is the really quick one, which seems what you're talking about with the RAF here. 2 is like you don't want to pass on 2, and 3 is that when you've thought about it, you've got those 3 seconds. So yeah, I mean, I didn't explain it very well, but the RAF are very much passing on 1, aren't they?
Yeah, 1 second balls.
Yeah.
So Fisher to Howe. Back to Fisher over the head.
Great
that was a
tip,
lovely
great tip from Biggs. And she wins the ball as well, so it must have touched Fisher as well. Steph Baker to Biggs. It's so physical in the middle there. Julie Tucker actually talked in her interview about how physical it was going to be.
Someone's trainers come off.
Oh, well, that's how physical it is. There we go. If a shoe comes off, it's getting serious. So Millie Price just being given a bit of time to put her footwear back on.
That's how hard the girls are working
Absolutely.
already.
You can see here in this end third how much that off the ball work is getting done and how body on body it actually is.
Yeah. I mean, considering how brilliant this Army defence is, it says a lot. And Faye again with a brilliant, calm. Oh, she went off, unfortunately. Chadwick then with a backline ball for the Army.
Absolutely, and she's confusing that space really well, where the feeders are feeding into Faye.
The support is pretty deafening here. Did you feel that when you were on the court over the last couple of days?
Yeah, 100%. It's so loud, especially when the Army start chanting.
And we had some Fijian chants going yesterday.
Yeah.
That must have been very off-putting.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're down that end. But I think we're always lucky in that we kind of always have the RAF cheering for us.
Oh, okay. Blue on red, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely tip there by
nearly
Rachel
lost
Rogers.
Nearly lost the laptop, but we're good. So the RAF then right in front of us. Steph Baker with the ball to Biggs. To Daly.
Oh,
lovely flying interception
She
there.
saw that coming a mile off. Oh, but it's back with RAF. A bit of a mix-up there.
That's more of those 3-second balls that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Steph Baker there, just trying to calm the play down from the RAF, make sure they've settled themselves so they can sort their attacking out.
Faye Bateson there forced to make a long shot and missing. So Chadwick to Bolokoro from the back line to Fisher, back to Bolokoro. I would not want to be on the receiving end of Dee's passes. They are absolute bullets.
They are, yeah.
Into Millie Price. And, ooh.
Oh, 3-second call. Great defence
Wow.
by Steph Baker there on the jump.
She's smiling. I love that. She loves that. Well
She
done,
can
Steph
tell she's
Baker.
enjoying herself out there.
Yeah. She was such a, for you guys, against the Navy, Steph Baker was a player we really picked out as very crucial. She's like on every second ball.
Yeah, she's so aerial as well. The height she can get on her jumps and the distance she can cover. For a goal defence, she's quite short, but she makes up for it with her jumps, definitely.
Great recycling and patience by the RAF here coming through court.
Good pop forward there by Faye.
Oh, and it's
and a great long
in.
shot.
2 3-second
No, 2 in a row. How did that happen?
Just shows the amount of pressure the defence are putting on for each team.
It's very unusual for a
Rachel.
shooter to go over 3 seconds. So you're right. Yeah, the pressure that's being put on. So Fisher to Price, not an easy shot. So Noelli's in.
The shooter-to-shooter balls that Millie and Ellie do between each other is really what to watch with the defence. They really enjoy doing them to get them close to the post and making the shot secure.
I like the way Ellie looks after the ball as well.
Yeah.
You know, she's bold enough to step forward, so your defence doesn't have to move. She's so confident that she'll get it in that she takes that step
What
forward.
a take there from Lauren Biggs, just across the top of the D.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, unfortunate little fumble. It's just so quick for all the girls here.
Yeah. Can netball sometimes be too quick? I mean, is it
I think so,
a
definitely.
bit frenetic?
Definitely can be too quick. Sometimes you need that one player down the court just to control, land the ball, and then you can set up.
Yeah.
Lovely spin by Ellie Noelli there. Unfortunate that it got taken back to the centre.
And she had acres of space
That's
as
our
well.
shooter to shoot a ball.
That was lovely.
Lovely
Ellie Noelli
shot.
then, and the score is 5-4, but the RAF done a brilliant job of holding their lead so far in this first quarter. We've just got 1 minute 30 remaining.
Could be a crucial turnover for the Army.
I think last year it was pretty even at the end of both the first 2 quarters.
I think it's just shown with the low score at the moment how defensive this game is from both teams.
Yep.
Definitely.
And we're wayward past there.
There's a lot of balls coming our way today. I'm a bit scared. Bolokoro then, as we count down. Ooh,
was
unusual.
that 3 seconds?
No, it was footwork.
Footwork.
Unusual mistake there from the Fijian international, but we carry on. And Biggs nice and free over there.
Oh, lovely 1-2s.
Lovely space from Biggs there on the edge of the circle.
She needed that, I think, Faye. She needed a long shot to go in. And the RAF, at the moment, ahead, 6-4. Sorry, yes.
The Army just need to try and get this goal in, and then the RAF will be trying to stop it before the next centre pass.
Oh, and that's a mistake there. Ellie with a lovely feedback in, but it's off. So we are just 15 seconds off the first quarter, and the RAF
retake.
Safe ball. They need safe ball. That was just 10 seconds remaining. Nat Daly to Biggs, and they just want to keep that ball safe before this quarter ends. Faye will go for the quick. Kenar Kettle with another. Oh no, and it wasn't to be.
Oh,
so
we have a penalty shot before.
Oh, okay. So Bateson takes the steps in. And she puts them up 7-4 as we finish that first quarter. My apologies, still only 6-4. I can't read numbers apparently anymore. Just a quick summation from you guys as we look at a very, very tough first quarter. Abby, what's your take from that?
I think both teams are applying immense defensive pressure, and it is end-to-end with the quality of the play that's going on. It's anyone's for grabs at the moment. There's only 3 goals in it.
It's true.
100%. I think it's just going to be whichever team can keep it up for the whole game. They can keep that defensive pressure on for the full 60 minutes.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but do join us again after a few news promo. It is 7-4 to the RAF. Hello and welcome to Courses Sport.
You've been doing all right with the tries, haven't you, last couple of seasons?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Amy Cocaine, as always, a real pleasure.
Oh, she's got her down. Is a winner.
And welcome back to Aldershot Garrison Sports Centre for the final day of Inter-Services Netball action. Just a promo there you're seeing for the Inter-Services Boxing, which of course is on the 20th of March, and it will be live here on BFBS. Our colleague Simon Hunter making his debut on boxing commentary that day, so do tune in. That's always an incredible fight night from BFBS. And of course, a reminder that I am joined by 2 Royal Navy players, Hetty Tinsdale and Abby Bate, for this thrilling finale. And I don't think anyone would be surprised at the RAF in the lead 7-4, because that was a stunning first quarter. And I'm obviously completely neutral, but for a good game, we want to see it this close after every quarter, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. You want the game to be close, and it keeps everyone interested.
It does. And of course, They did say earlier that the Navy and the RAF tend to support each other because they're blue, but obviously these girls are very, very neutral, as we have an RAF first centre.
Neither team have made any changes, which was expected because they're both playing fantastically.
Karkoska then for the RAF, feeding that long ball in, but that was
Great
probably...
intercept again by Catherine Chadwick. That
Lovely reading of the game.
Yeah, and they're going to have to be careful of that because Chadwick will read that every time, won't she?
Yeah. She's so tall, but then her arms as well.
Yeah.
They go on for days.
They can all audition for Go-Go Gadget, I reckon. See Steph Baker just there for every second pass.
her support throughout the court is fantastic for the Air Force. It means they're able to be patient with the balls in.
Not so patient on that occasion. So the Army with a back line, but they won't be panicked. One thing we know about the Army is actually they probably love this kind of pressure. They want this, they thrive on it, and if anything, it makes them play better.
Absolutely. You can never rule the Army out, no matter what the scoreline is.
Lovely free court play by Amy Howe there. Just fantastic strong passes and cutting towards the ball.
Oh,
great shot by Ellie Noelle.
What was it? An all-net goal or something? Yeah.
All net.
Yeah. She doesn't want to touch the ring at all. Just goes straight through. Lovely from Ellie Noelle. Sally Fisher then.
Gorgeous feed there by Sally Fisher.
Yeah. The Army bringing the pressure back. It's only one in it now. 7-6 to the RAF.
Army, I think, are now finding their flow. Lovely drive there from Lauren.
Chance of defence from the Army supporters. We've suddenly transported ourselves to the United States of America. Karkoska then being hassled on the ball. Kennard Kettle with a shot, and it's in. The RAF keep their lead as Sally Fisher brings it back for the Army to the centre. Rachel Rogers. Back to Fisher.
Lovely arms by the RAF over all the balls.
Oh, what a nice fast ball in.
Take by Millie. Fight, I think, for the rebound there.
Fight. Noelle with a fake. Yeah, well done to the RAF because they were nearly caught short there, double teaming.
Great take there by Nat.
A reminder then of the score last year, which was 44 to the Army and 36 to the RAF. And what I wish I had was what the scores were.
That was a lovely feed in.
Yeah, she must have just had her tiptoes over the line, unfortunately, for Faye Bateson there. The Army then back with possession using Dee Bolokoro, but she's lost that ball. So, yeah, it's what's the word? It's sort of end-to-end, isn't it? It's kind of, no one's dominating, that's for sure.
Lovely drive there by Nat for Francesca.
Nat Karkoska then to
I think the RAF at the moment are just, I was going to say, keeping the ball safe.
I think we're jinxing them.
I know. Just nice, they're just giving nice, easy balls to each other straight in front.
Using the backup well as well at that line.
Yeah, definitely.
Nat Daly's really there for every ball that needs to go back to her.
Yeah, rotating in between Nat and Steph Baker.
And yeah, the Army defence more than happy to... Oh, that'll be a tough one, but Faye Bateson again. Cool as cucumber, pops another one in. Yeah, that was brilliant.
That was an absolutely lovely feed into the circle.
Do you think Faye's the kind of person who'll almost thrive on two people double teaming her in a way?
Yeah, I think when you double mark Faye, she actually will rise and kind of thrive with it a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you've got two defenders on her, then there's also the goal attack free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, what a shot.
Great one from Millie Price there. As the Army come back, bring it back to within 2. 9-7 though to the RAF. And this is, fairly low scoring, especially for these two teams. But as the two girls here very knowledgeably said, that is because it's a very defensive game so far.
That was a lovely roll into the ball by Rachel.
Another turnover by the RAF. I mean, there's a lot of congestion in that midfield as well, isn't there?
Yeah, massively. That's what the Army do. They flood the middle and make you play wide, but the RAF then found a way through with Faye at the back.
Brilliant.
I have to say, down this RAF end, Nat Carl-Costa has been such a workhorse. She's just driving into every ball and she's there for every option.
Offer and re-offer, isn't it? If she doesn't get it the first time, then she goes again. Fantastic work from her.
Absolutely. This is her first season in the Open as well, I think.
Yeah, I remember her playing last year, but I don't know whether she was...
So she was in the development team last year, got selected for UCAF, and then has come back in the Open team this year.
Lovely through-court play by the Army there.
Lovely.
Well, she's definitely got my favourite surname, so...
Beautiful hold from Millie as well in the circle, just keeping her defender on the back of her.
And Millie and Ellie really play the high balls, don't they?
Yeah.
They like the loopy sort of...
Absolutely.
Loopy balls in.
Got a substitution coming on court here for the goal attack RAF position.
So Emily Fitzpatrick is on. Kenard Kepler's off, yes. Emily, another workhorse in the mid-court.
Absolutely, Emily can go for days. Her job as a physical training instructor,
right, fair enough.
Sort of gives that one away.
I think that point was made the other day as well. Ellie Noeli then for the Army. That means it is 10-9.
Lovely take by Emily. This is what Emily brings so well to the table is...
Contact call then from Bateson. Great work by Catherine Chadwick getting back and up.
Dee just slowing the play down there, making sure the Army have time to set up their attack. Nice drive by Rachel.
The Army will be absolutely desperate to get level for the first time. It is 10-9 to the Air Force, but ladies in red and black, of course.
Another lovely little drop ball by Ellie there to Millie. It's very hard to get around to get them, isn't it, Heth?
They're either going to pop it in the air or put it down low, and you never know which one is going to be with them. But it will be one of them.
You must have to do a lot of those high-low exercises, Hetty, to try and win over that one. So it is all square here in Aldershot. It is 10-all. The Army could now go as both defences are penalised. Millie Price has a clear shot on goal, and the Army are ahead for the first time, 11-10.
If the Army just... No. If the Army just gone ahead, yes, they have.
Sorry, 11-10, yes, well, by one.
Key ball for the RAF then.
Oh, that was a lovely ball in, that was unfortunate. Sometimes it's a bit too sneaky. Chadwick to Fisher at the back. Amy Howe.
Oh, what a tip there.
And I believe Amy will probably have to play tomorrow as well for her Super League team. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
As if three days of netball is enough.
Oh no. But I was tired this morning coming off, waking up.
I just want to say this tiny little break and play that not only have the Royal Navy girls won team dress awards because your dresses were fantastic. They've also all had their hair done this morning. They knew they were going to be on camera at some point, you see, so I know you guys have the netball dinner tonight. That's probably more the reason you did it.
Good thing about maybe not playing on the last day.
Yeah. She saw that so early, but just a bit too much on that from Emily Fitzpatrick.
A little bit too much on it, but if she sees that again, she's had her one shot at it, she'll probably get it next time.
Right.
That's what Emily brings to the table, is she's a mid-court goal attack, so she also plays centre, which means her vision into the D is so strong.
Ooh, lovely.
Emmy
Jacobi.
It's a lovely little tip. Lovely play by Ellie. the connection that Ellie, Sally have is, I keep saying it, but it's so good to watch.
It's also probably not so good to watch when you're playing against them, but they also defend each other. Like, they defend the defence out of it, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Which that's such a high level of play.
Absolutely, setting up screens for each other and being able to make each other free is
amazing.
Just that next step up.
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like I pick up so much from this tournament, and I go away and I play my recreational on a Monday night. But I don't know how you bring all the stuff that you learn. It's so obvious here that everyone is so well drilled, and you actually bring the stuff that you do drills on into the game, and it works. I don't think I've quite got the skill level for that, but
bit too much on that ball there tonight.
Continues to be end-to-end stuff. Faye Bateson coming off. I think she's got a problem with her calf, but Maisie Osborne quick to replace.
This is an interesting swap on.
Switch up for the RAF.
So Maisie Osborne's come on, who plays quite differently to Faye. She's a lot more of a hold and shooter, which is when we say that they kind of hold their space more and don't move as much.
Okay.
Not saying that they can't move, it's just she'll try and hold Catherine on the back.
Yeah, as Millie Price. And it's another one in for the Army, so it's now 13-10 to the ladies in red and black, the ladies in light blue. Who didn't nail that one, I'm afraid. Emily Fitzpatrick, another long shot gone long.
No look pass there from Dee.
I mean, I think we say they're being flair, but for them it's probably pretty normal. You know, netball in their blood, so to speak.
Lovely defence there.
Lovely long ball to Fisher. Jakeman doing her best, trying to steal the ball back, but it's Army ball.
Sally's just finding herself in some great space there throughout the court, and especially into them pockets. She's getting fed a lot in the pocket, and is height and elevation is allowing her to collect them in without any issues.
Lovely centre pass taken by Rachel.
Gorgeous drive there by Millie at the baseline.
Literally on a straight line from centre court to the goal.
RAF just need to try and settle themselves now. Lovely space by Emily Fitzpatrick.
It's really tough getting it into that circle, isn't it?
Yeah. Credit Hardwick and Dee really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, credit to the Army defence there.
Yeah, the Army are have definitely gone up a gear in this second quarter. And as the girls said, no changes so far for them.
So what the RAF are going to be trying to do is keep the Army out of the middle channel. It's their favourite place to play, and it's the easiest way to get the ball into the goal. Lovely take there.
Yeah. No words need to be spoken, I think, between that shooting partnership. It's almost telepathic. It's amazing.
They're having a great game.
Absolutely. The three in attack, Rachel, Millie and Ellie, have played together for years. And obviously throwing Sally in there as well. You can see the connection throughout the attacking third.
Oh, lovely rebound there by Steph Baker.
Steph Baker.
Taken to Lauren.
That'll be the jump you were talking about, the height she can get. Nat Daly then to...
Gorgeous drive there by Lauren
Baker
down in the pocket.
And we talked about the height of Sally Fisher. That's relatively unusual in a centre, but she obviously uses it to a massive advantage in the midcourt.
Absolutely.
That's that feed, sorry. Just saying that's that feed from Emily Fitzpatrick into Maisie. Taken.
Maisie Osborne then for the RAF, and they've got another goal on the board. It is 16-11, but the Army lead here in the second quarter of this final of the Inter-Services Open Championship. And we've just got over 1 minute remaining in this quarter. Oh, and that was out of court, unfortunately. Or replay ball anyway. So the Army are back in possession. Fisher to Rogers.
Lovely take by Rachel.
How to Ellie.
Oh, there's the flare.
Fijian flare.
Oh, man. Every ball.
They just don't give anything away with their eyes in the circle.
And the one-arm takes from Ellie Noeli means that it keeps the ball away from the defender as well.
Yeah, definitely.
She's just so confident in doing that. As the Army stretch their lead.
Long ball there from Sally.
As we approach half-time. Oh, she's getting those clean ones in.
Ellie Noeli has really found her feet in this game, and she's controlling that D so well.
The RAF then.
Lovely backup there.
Needs something. Oh, poor Karkowska there. She was sandwiched between Catherine Chadwick and Amy Howe. But the RAF ball it is. And they're going to use it, obviously, to use it to their advantage, because Catherine Chadwick is out of the game as we speak. So, oh no. Calm down, says Maisie Osborne. Calm down, yes. Oh, and the time is gone. So, half-time. It is 18-11 to the reigning champions, the British Army. Guys, what's your feeling at half-time? It's frenetic, isn't it?
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I feel like 5 minutes has gone by and we've already had, you know, half-time already, a full half an hour.
Absolutely. I think like the Army really found their own in that second quarter. Their drive through court and their connection into that circle to provide the shooting opportunities really stepped up another level.
I think, yeah, I think definitely. I think the RAF they're still getting turnovers and they're still getting ball. They just need to settle themselves in attack, take a breath and look for the options they've got.
Well, thanks so much to Hetty and Abby, and they will stick around for the second half of this scintillating final between the British Army and the Royal Air Force. It is anyone's game at the minute, but I'm going to have a bit of a sit down for a minute because I've reached that age, and do join us back here in a couple of minutes. We'll stay where we are and we'll be talking about more netball. Just 30 minutes remaining in this final match.
The British and Lebanese soldiers have swapped weapons here on the ranges.
We've seen the theory being taught. Now it's time for these Rangers to put that theory to the test.
We've been to a secret location here in Ukraine to see some of the drone pilots learning to assault the Russians from the air.
I'm lucky enough to actually be holding the Firmin Sword of Peace.
That there is Las Vegas, and over this way, the vast expanse of the Nevada desert, and today's missions are just beginning.
Well, this isn't something you see every day. A generator attached to an inflatable missile system. Take a look at the detail here.
For manoeuvres like replenishment at sea or coming alongside, the virtual reality headset gives you a better sense of what it's really like.
Really big mistake, and the Army take the lead. And the RAF have it in the back of the net. Ball goes down, and the referee says that is a penalty. Chance though for the Air Force, that's a great save.
Whipped in, towards the near post, he's headed on, and into the back of the net. Cross in towards the near post, he's flicked on, it's a chance at the back, and Campbell does get his goal.
It's a shot, and it's a second goal.
Hello and welcome back to Aldershot Garrison Sports Centre for the final day of Inter-Services Netball. You join us halfway through this final match, and it is a thrilling one between the hosts, the reigning champions, the Army, and they are on 18 goals to the RAF's 11. I am joined by Hetty Tinsdale and Abby Bate from the Royal Navy, and they've been brilliant summarisers so far, having played, of course, both of these teams, and having also played with a lot of the players that are out there. I just wanted to bring you a few scores from the beginning of the day, where the development competition has been won by the Army. They beat the Royal Navy 59-14, and the Masters has always got. The Masters tournament has also gone Army's way, 47-35. They beat the RAF earlier. That was a really tight match, and the RAF were leading at one point, but that is the nature of netball. We are at 18-11 here at half-time between the British Army and the Royal Air Force. Hetty and Abby are with me, and I still feel like it's anyone's game.
Absolutely, in netball 7 goals is nothing. It's 3 turnover balls and keeping your centre passes for 4. So it definitely is anyone's game, and hopefully the RAF will come out and close that gap a bit.
And what do you think the RAF will have been saying, Hetty, at sort of half-time there?
I think they will have been just told to settle it and let the defence bring it up a bit so the attack have time to set up. I'm not sure, but I think they might have just had maybe a bit of an uplift in talking to, I think.
Yeah. So the only change I can see is Francesca Kennell-Kettle is back in at goal attack. And Maisie Osborne remains a goal shooter for the RAF, but no changes for the Army. They are sticking with this team that has worked so well for them so far.
Yeah, I think Chess has had time to sit on the bench and look at what she needs to do now and come on and implement that.
So, Army
Great long shot.
But how important is it when you start a quarter sort of to get that first blood as well and have that first centre pass?
Yeah, it's really important. It's always good to keep your own centre pass as well. You get 50% of the possession, and if you score that, then you will always stay in the game.
Karkowska had 3 defence on there, still managed to get the ball to her and away. Maisie, oh, lovely. So nearly so good. It's just those fine lines, isn't it, on the baseline. So the Army back with Catherine Chadwick on the baseline. Safety ball there to Amy Howe, to Volokoro in the midfield, to Rachel Rogers, back to Howe.
Lovely ball there from Amy to Ellie.
Sally Fisher with the high ball.
Great ball.
Ellie Price is on it. Yeah, Army then with another score, and they have reached 20, and it seems like only 2 minutes ago they were 10-all with the RAF, but they have streamed ahead here. Ellie Noelli with a long shot, not going in that time. Emmy Jakeman then on the back line for the RAF, and I mean, it feels like they've still got the same energy head than the first half, but perhaps the RAF need to sort of enhance what they had in that first half and remember what they, the pace they were playing at in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just going back to that structure and them setups and being able to get the ball to their shooters to be able to get the shooting opportunities.
So Maisie Osborne penalised there by Dee, so she'll have a shot on goal.
Nice shot there from Maisie. I think the RAF needed that. Lovely take from that.
Nat's got a lovely turn in the air as well.
She has. She's so fast and quick.
She has. It's so important to turn and face your goal, so then you've got your options in front of you. It just takes away the extra second of having to turn when you land.
Mm-hmm. In the shooting circle for the
I think
RAF.
You can definitely see that Ches has come on with, Francesca's come on with a little bit of a game plan from being able to watch.
That's interesting. I never thought of that. Being on the bench for a few minutes, just so you can see it from the outside, be objective about it.
Yeah, definitely. When you're playing, you always want to be able to change what you're doing to adapt. But sometimes, if you're struggling to see what's going wrong, it's useful to come off, watch your opposition, and then go back on with a more of a plan.
I see a coaching future for you, Hetty Tinsdale. That's very insightful. Obviously, she's a long way off her playing days, so.
That was a lovely feed in.
Biggs then into Maisie Osborne. And Osborne has battled that off Chadwick. And it's in.
Okay. It's always the shooters that will win in that battle from the umpires.
Oh, that's a true defence speaking. Oh yeah, it's an attacker's game. We always get penalised.
Ambitious ball there, down into the pocket, which unfortunately went off the back line.
Little wave there, gets some cheering going.
Well, it's good to see that.
Oh, nice ball there from Steph.
Great through court and back up from Nat Daly. Awesome interception.
Brilliant. Yes, wins the ball back for the Army. Fisher doing it for a team.
That's Sally Fisher doing what Sally Fisher does best.
Wow.
Don't know if I want to be the end of Amy Howe passes either. Oh, lovely from Noelle to Price. Little tip in. Another goal for the Army. I mean, Hetty, I joked about yours and Faye's relationship when you were playing against each other the other day, but we've seen, you know, throughout these 3 days as Maisie Osborne puts another one in for the RAF, how, I don't know if it's a cliche to say it, but how close the netball community is, and also the fact that, you know, you've got the umpires here, family members, everyone seems to be involved in netball at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's so important, and I think that's what we all love about Inter-Services is on the court, you're all obviously oppositions to each other and you'll hustle each other and kind of sometimes have a bit of a fight against each other. But then people will play together at UCAF, some people work together and
civvy teams as well.
Yeah, civvy teams. So I play with Stephanie and Hannah Frey, who's one of the coaching staff for the RAF this year. We play together in our civilian teams, and it's just such a nice community.
Yeah, support has been brilliant as well, and you know, it is International Women's Day today, and I think this is the best way to celebrate it. As a sports geek, I'd rather be doing or commentating or playing or watching sport if we're gonna. And I know that obviously there was a men's game last night, but no danger of these women being superseded at the moment.
Lovely feed there from Nat. Unfortunately, the Army managed to win it back. Great defence from the girls in the circle.
Nat Daly,
what a take from Nat Daly.
Gazelle-like. I can see that Chloe Merrian's come on at wing attack, so she's replaced Rachel Rogers for the Army. Merrian, another one quite similar to you, Abby, a sort of fast on her feet, that's how I see her.
She's very fast on her feet, yeah. She's a fantastic player. Yesterday she really dominated that centre position for the Army against ourselves.
That's the RAF chanting, so if the Army can do it, the RAF can do it too. Yeah, sport's been incredible. I think the guys who played last night have hung around to watch, so that's good to see.
Yeah. It's really good to see the support from both services. They always bring a good cheer.
Well seen by Baker. She saw the fake and she wasn't letting Noelle have her own way on that. 21-14 to the Army.
Great set of defence there from between Emmy Jakeman and Steph Baker.
That sees Lauren Biggs coming off and Emily going back on. Lauren Biggs had a fantastic game. And let's see what Emily can now do in the centre position.
Oh, chase from that Daly.
Brilliant. Kenel Kettle then to Daly, to Karkowska, to Kenel Kettle, and into Maisie Osborne. Great take by Osborne.
That's that feed again from Emily Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. There's also Osborne using her arms so that Chadwick couldn't get in the way, basically. Yeah.
And Maisie just moving on to it at the perfect time.
We see that a lot. I think she's okay. The RAF in unison are booing. Bit of banter here as Osborne puts another one in for the Light Blues. We're halfway through this third quarter. It is 21-16 to the Army.
Lovely.
The RAF are coming back. Fisher to Noelle.
Lovely drive to the top of the circle there from Chloe.
Oh.
Very fast ball from the
Unlucky
Army. Very fast ball from the Army. Marion with it on the edge of the shooting circle. And Noelle gets a shot at goal. Ooh, unusual. And of course, if it doesn't touch the ring, she can't recapture it, can she? 'Cause that's really
No, she can't. That would be a replayed ball. It would have to be one of the other players that had to get that one.
But in that instance, the RAF are penalised. So Noelle with a free shot on goal. And
lovely cover there from Dee in defence. Always just amazes me how quickly she can move from one side of the court to the other.
In so little steps.
Yeah, in like 2 steps.
Gazelle-like leaps, I think.
Nice.
Oh,
great
what
take
an
that.
interception.
Brilliant, brilliant.
By Emmy.
Matt Daly then to
Good
Baker.
patience.
Karkowska winning the battle against Bolokoro though. The RAF though.
Nice punch through the middle there by Emily Fitzpatrick. And that's so important. And that quick release when she gets the ball takes them off guard.
It barely touches her hands. And
It literally doesn't even look like she's looking when she threw that. But
no, I don't think she was.
What
Excellent
a
ball
try.
there.
There she is again. Oh yes, Emily Fitzpatrick.
She's just come on with such an impact in this quarter.
And that's what you call a textbook centre pass. 3 passes and it's in the goal.
Okay. Oh, tight. I think that RAF have won that battle.
Good rebounds as well from the RAF. It's really not easy getting rebounds when you're against Dee and Catherine Chadwick.
No. I can imagine. So RAF back line. They'll get another go to Fitzpatrick. And Fisher penalised there on the edge of the circle. Maisie Osborne with a shot. A little bit of a mental block, I think. She missed 3 in a row. But that will help.
That one will be a nice settler for Maisie.
She's still smiling, I love it. She looked to her team as if to say, no, I had it. It was all on purpose. Millie Price
She's just disrupting the Army's play.
Yeah. Slowing things down a bit, maybe.
Yeah.
The Army then playing the ball around.
Lovely arms there that Nat Daly had over the ball, just cutting Sally's vision out.
This is great defence by the RAF, and
Brilliant,
really, the Army are really showing their patience as well with recycling the ball and working it around until they're happy with the position that they're going to be in.
I mean, at one point they had Noelle and Price both marked out of the circle. It was that good a defence.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a dream for a defender because you can't shoot if you're not in the circle.
Nope. I did once get a goal from the sideline, but it didn't count. Just like to say. Nat Karkowska then to Steph Baker for the RAF. Back to Karkowska.
Oh, lovely ball from... Oh, good, lovely take by the Army there.
Great tip, though, from the Army.
Ooh. Oh.
And you say it's not a contact sport, and then you see something like that. That's a tackle in anyone's
Just
mind.
contested.
Yes, I know, that's the word.
Even though sometimes it doesn't quite feel like it.
Don't mind. Hetty, I love a bit of contact. Millie Price then back out to Fisher. One of those lovely low balls.
Great rebound there by Millie Price.
Great rebound. So 24-19 to the British Army. We are 3 minutes remaining in this quarter. Rachel Rogers is back on for wing attack, and Marion has moved into the centre. Noelle then to Marion, to Noelle again, to Millie Price. Oh no, sorry, to Marion, then to Millie Price. Great vision by Jakeman. Great vision. It's like a jack in the box.
That's what she does so well.
Oh, Millie Price, brilliant.
And rewarded by her shooters as well.
That's a Debo Lakoro goal, I think.
Yeah.
You can say that can be put down to her interception in mid-court. Nat Daly then for the RAF. To Karkowska. Ooh, that was probably not the ball to Maisie Osborne, which she was double teamed there, so it probably wasn't the right ball into her, but it's still RAF, so. Francesca Kennar-Kettle.
That was a lovely little fake there from Francesca to Emily.
Nice little pop over there by Kennar-Kettle.
Oh. Another D special. We're really being treated today.
Seen all the signatures.
Maisie Osborne then making it work for the RAF.
That was a lovely set of play by the RAF then into the circle, just being really patient with the ball.
So they're within 5, the Light Blues, so keeping it nice and tight for us and exciting as we enjoy the final minutes of Inter-Services Netball for 2024. And of course, Hetty, we're hoping to see more. Sorry?
Beautiful ball, great vision by Chloe Merriam.
The one-handed catch as well.
From Noelle or from Merriam?
From Noelle.
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything more annoying as a centre than that ball rolling past you on a centre pass.
Yep. Yeah, it's not a mistake you want to be making, basically.
Oh, what a ball.
Yes, so Maisie Osborne with 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter. It is 26-21. There's only 5 goals in it. And that is an easy barrier to overcome.
I have to say there's some lovely defence work going on by Emmy Jakin in the back.
Yeah, I think if you figured out this shooting partnership, you've done pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, Noelle with a lovely long ball there, making it 6. And they've got 10 seconds left if they want to get it into Osborne. It's tipped off by the Army. And there's 5 seconds remaining. Lob it in then, Fitzpatrick. Lob it in and in and in and in. Oh, does that count? That doesn't count. It doesn't count. The Army are still
got to go in the net before.
27-21. We're going to take a quick break because we're way too excited here on the commentary panel. We'll join you for the final 4th quarter in a couple of minutes.
The British and Lebanese soldiers have swapped weapons here on the ranges.
We've seen the theory being taught. Now it's time for these Rangers to put that theory to the test.
We've been to a secret location here in Ukraine to see some of the drone pilots learning to assault the Russians from the air.
I'm lucky enough to actually be holding the firming sword of peace.
That there is Las Vegas, and over this way, the vast expanse of the Nevada desert, and today's missions are just beginning.
Really big mistake, and the Army take the lead.
And the RAF have it in the back of the net. Ball goes down, and the referee says that is a penalty. Chance though for the Air Force, that's a great save.
Whipped in, towards the near post, it's headed on, and into the back of the net. Cross in towards the near post, it's flicked on, it's a chance at the back, and Campbell does get his goal.
It's a shot, and it's a second goal.
Hello and welcome back. It's tense here in Aldershot. It is tense, and we have the final 15 minutes coming up between the British Army and the Royal Air Force. It is 27 goals to the British Army and it is 21 goals to the Royal Air Force. You've just seen a promo for the Inter-Services football, which of course is well underway. We've already had RAF versus Army women's and men's games this week. Next week we go down to the south coast. It is Havant and Waterlooville for the women and Fratton Park for the men. So there's a game on Tuesday night, 7 p.m, and then the kick-off on Wednesday is at 7:30. I think netball's a much better sport than football. That's what my director just said. This is way more exciting. I'm promoting the football, but I'm so glad we're here for the third and final day. And I'm joined, as a reminder, by Hetty Tinsdale and Abby Bate from the Royal Navy. I mean, Hetty, you said at the end of quarter three, Q3, it's 27-21. That's a low score, and that says a lot about the game.
Yeah, definitely. It just shows how defensive it's been, as we said at the start. If it's a low score, and it just means that they're just stopping each other putting the ball in.
Yeah, and that intensity that they had in the not even the first 15, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No one could have kept that up, but it stayed defensive, and you can see it because it takes about 10 passes to get any ball into the goal, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and the patience that both teams are shown to get that ball into their shooters is great. It's that last pass that gets it in to set them up for the shot that's important at the moment.
And the Army streaked ahead in that third quarter, but the RAF pulled them back to within 6 for this final quarter, and it is exciting. I don't know where anyone's money is. We've got a mixture of support here on YouTube and Facebook as Millie Price pops another one in. A lovely looping shot there from the Army goal shooter. And actually they've swapped as so Millie's gone into goal shooter and Noelle's on goal attack. So
that's right.
Maisie Osborne pops one in for the RAF. Maybe we'll see a record fourth quarter goal scoring here. So that's pretty quick fire. Rachel Rogers then from Marion to Noelle. From Marion to Amy Howe. From Marion playing a brilliant second ball player here. Millie Price.
Lovely 1-2 there.
Shot, but
intercepted.
Jakeman's got the better of her, but it falls to Howe. Marion then to Noelle. And she's going for it.
What a shot.
Yeah. Another very clean goal from the Army. Emily Fitzpatrick then in centre for the RAF.
If you watch the setup and the work rate before a centre pass off both teams, it's incredible. It's what we call zero phase, and it's so important to getting out over the line.
Yeah.
That was a lovely take from Catherine Chadwick, but unfortunately they've lost it at the back, so it's back to the RAF.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of miscommunication there between a couple of the Army players, but like you say, back to the Royal Air Force.
Lovely space there from Francesca.
Yeah, she's got no one on her. Maisie Osborne again. Oh, Chadwick, pleased with that one. The Army with a turnover.
I have to say, Francesca's putting on a lovely mark against Dee there to stop the ball coming out of the D.
And she's been rewarded. So the RAF then with another opportunity. Oh, unfortunately, hope she's all right. That happens quite a lot, unfortunately. So Maisie Osborne with a shot on goal. And a good rebound from the goal shooter.
Lovely shot.
29-23. Marion then for the Army to Rogers.
Nice take there from Amy.
Oh, Ellie lucky there. Ellie Noelle losing the ball, but it fell to Millie Price.
Great pick up by Millie there.
I don't think she has to play backstop to Ellie many times, but she did a very good job there.
Very calm there from the two shooters.
Another goal for the Army. They've reached 30 goals to 23. Kennard Kettle then.
Oh, lovely held there from Steph Baker.
Oh, I don't know, Emily knew that was probably not the right pass. I can see what they're trying to do, but it's not always going to work, is it? That long pass into Maisie Osborne.
No, it's not. You can't rely on the same thing too much, or we'll see what just happened then. That's when Dee and Chad is really coming to their own, flying onto them long balls.
Yeah, it's interesting. Rachel Rogers just made her calm down. We've seen that quite a lot from a lot of players. So they want to have the intensity, but you've also got to have the. It's got to be clean, you know.
Yeah, you want the intensity and you want it to be fast, and calm down just sort of means regain control of it. You want the fast balls and you want the fast drives, but you just want to be controlled in your body and your mind.
Yeah, Millie Price then. Steph Baker's got an incredible lean. Like you say, not the tallest goal defence, but has got a really amazing lean.
She has. She's right up on her toes, and she holds it for the full 3 seconds.
That's the hold that impresses
which
me.
Is so hard to do.
Testament to her core.
Yeah, definitely. Abs of steel.
Another goal for the Army. 32-23 in favour of the reigning champions. The ladies in red and black at the moment. Maisie Osborne. You can use the post, can't you, in netball? So that technically came off the post, but if Maisie had got it, it wouldn't have been out of play.
No, yeah, that would have been.
I think a lot of people think it's like rugby used to be, whereas the post was.
Oh, yes, parquet there.
Well played, Fitzpatrick. Oh, footwork. Yeah, I've seen a lot of in Super League now and in International, the goal shooters and the goal attacks using the ball as a pass, which looks really flair. Haven't seen much of it in this competition, to be fair.
No, it does when it's pulled off, it's good, but
yeah, it doesn't always work.
Again, end to end. There's not been a goal for quite a while.
No. Another.
Oh,
lovely play. Lovely play. That was all about Kennard Kettle there.
Really good by Kennard Kettle there.
Yeah.
Really aware of where her player was and where the other players were around her.
It's a fight to the death. That's what it feels like. I know how much. This sport means to you players, and how much it means to miscommunication there. RAF ball. So the umpires having discussion. It's decided it's Army ball. We don't have the advantage of ref link, so I have no idea what's going on there. But Jakeman with an incredible interception there.
What a lovely tip. She's, I have to say, in the last half of the game, Emmy Jakeman has really, really come on with some cracking tips and intercepts.
Another lovely tip by Emily Fitzpatrick there, collected by Karkoska.
Rewarded then the RAF. Now, the two Army development girls who joined us on commentary on the first day were just full of praise for Emmy Jakeman, so she's really living up to that praise at the minute.
Absolutely, she's flying through the air. She's doing a really good job on the Army shooters. Great tip there
by Steph Baker.
Oh, well seen.
Oh, unlucky there by Francesca.
Chadwick all over the place.
Oh. What a take by Millie.
You just have to applaud.
Yes.
Forced 3 seconds. Again, lovely defence.
Brilliant, yeah. Unusual. And the RAF have certainly
almost
slowed things down a little bit.
Yeah.
So almost taking that 3 second pass, as we talked about, rather than the first second. But it's back with Debo Crow and the Army. Oh, footwork. Oh, everyone hates footwork, don't they?
I know.
Oh. Feels like such a schoolgirl mistake. Steph Baker then for the RAF.
It's quite a slippy court as well, which doesn't help sometimes with the footwork.
Great patience there by Emily Fitzpatrick, which led to a really good feed into Maisie.
Lovely. Keep looking at the score.
I know, it's 32-26. And you've got Maria Matau coming on for Rachel Rogers for the Army. And they're called impact players for a reason, because, I mean, Maria hasn't been on yet, so she's going to bring so much energy for the Army.
Yeah, and fresh legs always helps as well.
There we go, case in point. And a goal for Millie Price.
Oh, what a take there.
Yeah, so Maisie Osborne saying to Kennard Kettle, that's not on, but you can see why, because if it comes off, it's a perfect pass. No, she was off, yeah. Not quite enough steps there for, or too many steps really from Noelle. And we're halfway through this final quarter.
Lovely defence being put on by the Army now, just really jamming up that space.
Oh, just an inch too far forward for Emily Fitzpatrick. And the Army have it back on the baseline.
Fatigue maybe as well there.
Definitely.
Not surprised with the pace they're all playing at.
I'm glad more men are playing netball, purely because they'll realise how exhausting it is. So I don't think they ever gave netballers enough credit for how thoroughly exhausting it is. And that's part of the brilliance, isn't it, of the game?
Definitely.
Proper run around for 60 minutes.
Definitely, and the amount of times that you're jumping and jumping over and over again on top of the running, it's just exhausting.
It is.
I don't even run either, I'm a goalkeeper.
Yeah, but you roll.
Yeah, just roll.
Oh, well, that was great space from Millie Price.
Absolutely, that baseline drive is a bit of a signature of Millie's, and she's been doing it all over the years, and she's extremely good at it.
It's just so hard to get space in that shooting circle, and yet, you know, the best do.
Absolutely, the agility of the movement of the shooters is always lovely to watch.
Oh, footwork. So the RAF really need to capitalise on these little gifts that they're getting from the Army. But it is now an 8-goal deficit.
Hard fall there by Nat.
Yeah, it looked like she did the worm.
Oh, great take by
Maisie. Maisie. Lovely shot.
7-goal deficit now.
That was good graft there from the RAF against the Army defence.
And at no point will, you know, in particular in this instance, the RAF, their heads won't go down. You know, they're going to fight to that last second of play.
No, absolutely. They'll keep battling it out until the whistle goes.
Well seen by Fitzpatrick to Kennard Kettle, and another D special. Maisie Osborne then for
lovely shot
for the RAF.
6 goals.
It is breathtaking stuff. Marion then to Millie Price.
Oh wow, what a jump.
Oh, and it works.
That was a lovely jump there from Emmy Jakeman at the back.
And
lovely ball there.
The RAF is slowly ebbing away.
Well weighted, beautiful patience.
Oh, beautiful passing.
Yeah,
oh, what a shot.
It's just 5 the gap now with 4 minutes remaining. And there's a swap for the RAF. We've got Rebecca Cameron coming on, Nat Daly going off.
Nat's had such a good game this whole time in wing defence. She's put so much pressure on that wing attack.
The RAF then, can this be a last-minute comeback? Just keep their heads. Amy Howe doing the best to not make that happen. Oh, well.
Oh, unlucky
that
there.
was a beautiful feed, but tips of fingers.
Good defence being put on by the RAF. Oh, lovely cover by Francesca.
We've got Sally Fisher back on as centre as well for the Army.
Lovely front cut.
She's really controlling things down court there.
Definitely. She's
Sally
what they needed at this time.
Oh, Jakeman again. Brilliant. Well seen. Well read. Oh, Maria Matau. Oh, just so close. Oh, Flair.
You know it's happening. Can't stop it.
You're following the ball. There's nothing you can do about it.
And it's so lovely to watch.
It is. It's such pretty netball.
It's a little bit cheeky, isn't it? But it works.
Oh, lovely 1-2 there from Sally.
Good choice.
Plenty of room as well.
Her jump is insanely high.
Millie Price or Steph Baker?
Jakeman, yeah.
Jakeman, yeah.
Well weighted there.
Well seen. Maisie, take a breath, take a breath. Oh, well, I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. I'll just have netball going through my head.
Lovely control there between Amy and Sally.
Millie Price then to Howell, to Matau. Back to Fisher, into Noelle. And we have just 2 minutes remaining here in Aldershot. 2 minutes of thrilling netball, and the Army are 36 goals to 29. Amy Howell doing what she does best.
Brilliant 3-foot mark there from Amy Howell.
And she kept it really calm as well. She didn't go for the early ball into goal. I think she was tempted.
No, yeah, it is very tempting, but I think her experience and the level she's playing at the moment, she's very good at controlling that.
And there she is again.
Oh,
but she's offside.
I have to
think
say,
she'd know where the lines are.
The purple lines.
Yeah, the purple lines that we all hate.
Say Amy Howell's having a fantastic game today. She's been on wing defence the whole time, and she's just been putting so much pressure on. Having a good fight with Nat Karkoska.
Ooh, thought her ankle went then, but it's RAF ball. Jakeman at the back to Baker. To Fitzpatrick. We are into the last minute of play.
Oh, what a tip.
Sally Fisher not having any of it. The RAF then have less than 50 seconds to make up this deficit. Otherwise we see another win for the British Army. And they just need to keep the ball now. It's 36-29 and we are in the last 38 seconds of play here. Well, you all deserved it, but it's been 3 hard-fought games, 3 hard-fought days of netball. I know there have been more games in the Open as well. Millie Price just takes that one out, unfortunately. So RAF ball, we are 15 seconds in, but yeah, any team, any player would have been deserving of this championship.
Oh, absolutely.
Lovely final.
Oh, what a long ball.
Is Noelle going to have the glory? No.
Oh.
The RAF have got 1 second! And the Army win 36 goals to 29. They were reigning champions, they are hosts, and they have yet again taken a clean sweep at this Inter-Services Netball Championship. You know, I was just saying everyone deserved a win in this championship. Just your final thoughts on a thrilling game. I don't know how you managed to stay seated, to be honest, because that was something else. Abby, what have you got to say about that?
I think the defensive pressure from both sides was absolutely outstanding. For me, the work that Sally Fisher done through the middle, I thought she would get my player of the match for this match.
Sally Fisher it is. Hetty, what about you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the absolute graft that both teams put in, but just the clinicalness from the Army that has taken them to the win. And I have to say it's the mid-court for me, with Sally Fisher also having my player.
Now they're standing up. Been sat down for 60 minutes of netball. Well, look, it's been a real pleasure, you girls, joining us again. Thank you so much. But just a quick word about, I don't think the Army are a step ahead, but they always just seem to have that extra depth. So just a word about how good they are, but how close the matches have been as well.
Oh, absolutely. The matches are always very close and they're always very well contested, and sometimes the scores don't reflect the actual play on court. The Army have strength and depth in every position on the bench, and they have a fantastic squad as a whole. Their development team's strong. The pool of people they have to choose from is just huge.
Yeah.
So that really pays dividends to these girls on court who are on the Open team, and how good they are.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with all of that. They've just, every player that comes on is just absolutely knows exactly what they have to do, and they just don't make many errors.
Yeah.
And you can make them make errors, and it does happen, but they always capitalise on them.
Well, look, as I said, it's been a delight. I know you'll probably want to go and celebrate. You're all having a big dinner tonight, and I'm sure it'll all be friendly when you get to the dinner. So thank you to Abby and thank you to Hetty. We'll see you on UCAF games, hopefully later in the year. And thank you again for joining us. We're going to go and see if we can find an Army captain to talk to.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
So yeah, stay with me as I wander into the middle, and we'll seek out the Army captain, maybe Ellen Ueli, as there's some brilliant celebrations going on here. The Army then winners in the Inter-Services Open Championship, the Development Championship, the Masters, and they won the men's game as well yesterday. So I might see if I can grab Ellie. Oh, I seem to have lost her for the minute. So we'll just keep chatting for the minute. Actually, there she is. We're going to speak to the captain. Ellie, can we grab you again quickly? She loves it when I grab her when she's sweaty. Ellie, well, look, you did it, you were behind. It was such an intense start to that game, but you pulled it out the bag again. Is it any sweeter every year that you do it?
I mean, we do this to ourselves every single year. It's like 2 years in a row now, so we were behind by 5. And then we just kept going. We knew we got it in the bag. It just take us a couple of minutes to settle. And then we get going from quarter 2, we just flew.
We were saying on commentary, the intensity from both sides in the first quarter was, I don't know how you would have kept that up. You didn't, but it meant that there was a lot of calm down. What do you do as a captain on there to sort of make sure that they keep it in check?
I had to lead by example for a start. Yeah, I kept it calm throughout the whole 60 minutes. I mentioned it to the RAF girls, they kept us going for full 60 minutes. It was probably one of the hardest matches we probably have all season, and the score doesn't even reflect that.
And just a word for your girls, because this team, year on year, are just improving. You've got internationals in the side, you've got Super League players in your side. You can get better, you can still improve. Are you pleased and excited about that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm so blessed to have this group of girls behind me. We've got such a talent throughout the whole 12 squad we have. We've got international caps and Super League caps that we are so lucky to have. It's such a strength in the team, this first 7 lineup. It's so hard to choose from. But even when the girls came on court as impact players, it didn't change a bit. So, yeah, it was really, really, really 2 days, a good 2 days of netball.
And just finally, for the overarching of the whole tournament, you've won Development, you've won Masters, the men's won yesterday, and now Open have won. Another clean sweep by the Army. You must be so proud of the red and black all over as well.
I am so proud of these girls. I mean, we had the pressure this afternoon, because we had the 3 wins from last night and this morning, and the pressure was on the Open team to win and have a clean sweep. It's another year in the bag, and yeah, every year we'll always come back stronger. That's a definite.
Well, Ellie, I'll let you go and celebrate. I know you get a netball dinner tonight, but a very deserving win again for you guys. Do pass on our best to the Army women, and thank you so much for such an entertaining 3 games of netball as well.
No, thanks very much. Thanks to your team too. Thank you.
Ellie Noeli, then captain of the victorious British Army team. We finished, we're done. 3 games of incredibly exciting netball, and the Army have won and swept the board, as we've seen so many times before. But I tell you what, the RAF and the Royal Navy are getting closer, and who knows what next year will bring. Maybe we'll see men's inter-services coming our way soon, because that sport is growing. I've had an amazing time. I've still got goosebumps. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight, but I hope you've enjoyed watching. Do join us again next week for more inter-services football. But for now, it's goodbye from Aldershot. It's goodbye from netball. Until next year.